Greetings, I am Otta from My Linux Diary, and today we are talking about the 10 best things about the Steam Deck. So let's get started. So I want to begin this whole list with ergonomics. For any particular handheld device out there, ergonomics are very important because you're holding the device while you're using it, and of course, it should be comfortable. So, the Steam Deck is exactly that. Now, it is, a big device and whatnot, but for the hardware that it has, it actually does ergonomics really well. The grips on the back are actually very well shaped. They are not too big, not too small, and I think they actually fit a lot of hand sizes, a lot of hand shapes, at least reasonably well. The back buttons can be a bit hard to reach, but overall, it's very comfortable. Also, the whole button layout, the joystick layout, whatever, is very comfortable. I actually think it's very intuitive, even though it's a bit unusual, and at least I got used to it very quickly, so thumbs up for the ergonomics. And speaking of the whole joystick button layout thing, there's the touchpads, which are my second point on my list. These are actually very useful in some game types where using a mouse is really required, and the touchpads basically do that. They are not joysticks, they can emulate a mouse, and they do a really good job at it. There's two of them, they're very configurable, and they feel amazing. The haptics don't feel like haptics. It's how you use a Mac OS trackpad and you can click, and it's only haptic, but it feels like a button. It's that, it doesn't feel like I'm using haptics. It feels like I'm pressing physical buttons, moving across physical texture, stuff like that. But it's just not the case. It's literally just haptics. And it's such good haptics. Thumbs up for that. And next, we get into the software side of things. And specifically, the UI, the user experience. It's actually really nice. You can tell immediately that it's designed for a console, it's designed for a handheld, not like a desktop OS being made to look a bit better for handheld. No, it's straight up, it's a handheld OS, and you can tell it's a handheld OS. And everything makes sense for that. The buttons are big, there's everything works with joystick. The buttons, like the Steam button and the 3-dot button on the other side, they open up menus in game, out of game, that allow you to configure things. Everything is so intuitive and everything is so simple. It's not always as polished as a PS4 or PS5 or Xbox or whatever, but it's much better than Windows handhelds, and you can tell that Valve actually made a handheld OS, and the user experience is pretty good. It's pretty well designed, and that gets a +1. And next on our list is Steam integration. So since it's a Valve machine, it's a Steam Deck, it of course has a lot of priority on supporting Steam. And that means that whatever Steam games you buy on your computer or whatever, you can just download them on the Steam Deck. It has all of the integration of Steam, it has all your friends, your chats, whatever, everything is in there. And that makes it a very seamless experience with your desktop, if you use Steam a lot. So that's another +1. I really think it's a meaningful and valuable feature that it connects with your account and does everything as your desktop does. It's not a separate device, it's a part of an ecosystem. But what if you want to go outside of the limitations of a console UI and of Steam? Well, there's a desktop mode, and the desktop mode allows you to effectively have a desktop and go to web browsers, add other games to Steam, so you can get them in your console menus, to install some additional third-party tools, whatever. Basically, you can just use the Steam Deck as a desktop. It has a mode for that, and that's really powerful. It allows you to do more than you could with only the console mode, so it's a nice option to have, so +1 for that. But for purposes of gaming, even in gaming mode, there's a lot of configuration that you can actually do. For example, you can basically make a trackpads do anything. You can make them work as D-pad, you can make them work as mice, as joysticks, you can make them open menus with customizable options in them. Basically, you can configure a lot of controls. You can configure every button and what that button does. You can make the A button be the B button. You can make the A button open a menu. so on. There's a lot of options you can do, and you can configure this for every game individually. You can also configure, like, for example, the TDP, how much like power you want to give to a game, so you can potentially like save some battery by running a light game with less power, and you can do this per game separately, or you can set a default profile, and you can basically do what you want with that. It's really useful. It's really configurable in terms of like these things that affect the actual gameplay experience. So it's really nice. That's +1. And now we get to a very important point in case of a game console. What does it play? Well, basically it's a PC. It's like a desktop. It plays games on Steam. With desktop mode you can get games outside of Steam even. Of course, not every game works since it's Linux based, but most of them do, and most of them run pretty well. It runs a lot of games, a lot more than a standard console like a PlayStation or a Switch. So the game availability, the game library also gets a +1. Another area where the Steam Deck is great is connectivity. That is the ability to use other devices with it to enhance what it does. So it can connect monitors to it, it can connect mice, keyboards, other like controllers, stuff like that. Which means that you can get a dock and plug it into that and use it like a TV. You can effectively do a use case like a Switch, where it's a hybrid portable console and a home console. It can do both. It's also just straight up goes beyond that. You can use it as a desktop. You can literally just plug in a mouse and keyboard, go to desktop mode, and use it as your daily driver desktop. That is a thing you can do. So it's a very powerful like system of being able to use other things with it. I like it. +1. And the good things about the Steam Deck go even outside of the Steam Deck itself. The Steam Deck is very repairable, very modifiable, and that means that there's a huge like accessory mod market around it. You can buy different joysticks, you can buy different back panels like I have, you can get lots of accessories like joystick covers, like touchpad covers, whatever. Like there's so many things you can just get for this device. Valve sells replacement parts, so you can easily like change something if you need to. It's very easy to open up, very easy to like modify some of the crucial things, and that's just, it's amazing to see how much of like an ecosystem there is around this device. So absolutely a +1 from me there. Lastly, I want to talk about the financial just value, the money, the cost, the whole value proposition. The Steam Deck, especially at the lower like end models, is priced really well. And when they like released a new OLED model, they dropped the prices of the old ones a little bit. So if you want to go cheap, you can get one of the older models for less money, and you can get the new OLED ones for about similar money as the previous price of the old ones. So you know, it's a pretty cool thing, and also just straight up, it's the best valued handheld. Like it's way cheaper than pretty much any Windows handheld is. So yeah, thumbs up for that. The pricing is great. Wait. Before you go, just one little thing, just listen, please. This video is a part of a 2-video series. Alongside this video, I'll be releasing another video about the 10 worst things about the Steam Deck. So that will be linked in the description down below. If you enjoyed this and you're interested in finding out what the negative thoughts I have are, go ahead and go watch it. And with that, thank you very much for watching. I'm glad to have you here, and if you are interested in seeing more content like this, click the subscribe button down below, and goodbye. Fuck. Greetings, I am Otto from my... Greetings, I am Otto from My Linux Diary, and today we're talking about the 10 best things about the Steam Deck. So let's get started. Greetings, I am Otto. Fuck. Greetings, I am Otto from My Linux Diary, and today we're talking about the 10 best things about the Steam Deck. So let's get started. Greetings, I am Otto. Greetings, I am Otto from My Linux Diary. Today we're talking about the 10 best things about Steam Deck. Greetings, I am Otto. Greetings, I am Otto from My Linux Diary, and today we're talking about the 10 best things about Steam Deck. So let's get started. Greetings, I am Otto. Greetings, I am Otto from My Linux Diary, and today we're talking about the 10 best things about Steam Deck. So let's get started.